Well, stupid internet's probably gonna cut me off. I have a bad feeling, but who knows? Let's give her a try. I don't know why my internet does that. Anyways, I was just listening to some Ice Cube, and it makes me think about the Galactic Federation that old Donald Trump knows about, according to that Israeli space minister, right? That song of his, Arrest the President, where he talks about leaving with the aliens because the fucking humans are too fucking into themselves and their fucking trinkets. Well, who knows what's real, right? You guys, have you guys ever seen? Go take a look. Tupac editions for the spot of Tupac. And well, what you get is a little gay frail man auditioning for the part of Tupac. Could you imagine if Tupac was just a plant out there to just glamorize being a gangster and never getting out of it, even when you're making millions on your albums and imagine that. Gangsterest rapper of all time. This not who he said he was. You know what I mean? And people will hate me for saying that, but the video was out there of Tupac. Like maybe he was acting. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what got him killed. He didn't want to put up with the act anymore. He's like, there ain't no money in the world pretending to be something that I'm not. Because that Jada Pickett Smith won't leave me alone. I want out. But who knows? Maybe it was, I want more money. You want me to continue the show. If you don't give me the show, I'm going to give the tell. Who knows? Was Tupac in it to win it for humanity, like he said? Or was he in it to win it for himself? These are things we need to look into. You know what I mean? Get some clarification. I'm telling you guys, I don't think Dr. Dre is who we think he is. I just have a feeling. And there's reasons behind it. I just don't, you know what I mean? I only know what I see and hear. And well, he told me there's a sex tape with him and Snoop Dogg, and they don't want to talk about it. But like I said, can you imagine what you can do to a man? Make him dance and sing the way you fucking want him to. If you could hold something like that over top of him. But what do we got going on in Canada? I'm telling you guys, that WEF, and he's got to be pet. Web Canoe has got to be, I think, and just because I think it doesn't make it real, but he's universal healthcare guy or universal lunches, universal fuck ever. And now he's announcing social media ban for the youth in Alberta. When the government thinks they even have the right to tell you what, even though I get it, I get it. Fuck, it's rotting our children's brains. I don't trust fucking Samantha over at fucking Open AI. I think it's fucking AI that'll give you a lie and actually wants you to die. And well, we've seen that. You know what I mean? It's contributed to deaths and um. Wow. But yeah, Canada. So now, like, if Web Canoe was any sort of man of the people, he'd fucking bring Mark Wahlberg up on charges. You know what I mean? Not Mark Wahlberg. He's Ash Boy. He's the one that put ashes on his head. Talking about Mark Zuckerberg, it wouldn't be too hard to get him tried and charged for treason. He's out there on video admitting what he did to the world. He kept information about the pandemic away because he said he was forced to by the Biden administration. So why doesn't Webb, if he's concerned about the people, because he can get justice for Sean? Because there's this poor fellow on TikTok, and his kid went out and got it and ended up losing his life. This poor fellow's making AI videos with him and his son coming to life, and it's a fucking sad thing to watch. And we just say Pfizer, 75 years, you got her, guys. We don't care what the fuck you did to us. I guess we're just one of Bill Gates's fucking let's just give it and find out sort of situations. Like I caught him on video saying, when do we go after the people who are really hurting the children? Web Canoe, wouldn't you believe that? Wouldn't that be a bigger, better mission to clean up the streets on the fucking social media? You know what I mean? Make sure that, well, the ones operating them aren't hurting us instead of fucking hurting us and trying to take everything away from us. Like, this is a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. And it's all in the name of love, too. It's fucking gross. Fake and gay is what it is. Because the guy who wants to control the social media also thinks it's okay for children to fucking mutilate themselves. Because if you fucking have a different idea than Web Canoe has, you're not just gonna fuck with him. You're gonna fuck with him and his whole government. You think that you should stand up and say something if you think that children should at least wait till they're fucking adults to make major fucking decisions that will change their body forever. Web Canoe, take that to your creator, bud. Like, fuck. What kind of retard fucking thinks like that? What kind of fucking retard thinks he has the power to take people things away from people? Because he thinks he got power from the WEF. He didn't get power. He got Satan. Because he better watch himself. He's a bit of a hothead. He's a bit of a liar. He he's narcissistic. I could point these things out. I'm just not gonna say them. They're on video. You know what I mean? Just the one he likes to present himself all the time. Oh, he's a cupcake. He is everything you would want in a leader, you know what I mean? He's he's got that native look. He's just at all the ceremonies playing the part. Hey, we all gotta face God. And I wouldn't want to be to going to God pushing fucking WEF universal fucking agenda. You know what I mean? Like, talk about being clueless. Talk about fucking how could you go against the creator? You know what I mean? Oh man. Hey, let's go to the Bible for a minute. Oh, yeah, there we are. Where are we gonna read from? Okay, here we go. We're in Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. In order to know their fruits, you got to take a look and find out if they're fruits first. You know what I mean? Like, is Bill Clinton and Donald Trump a little fruity, or are they the bad fruit? You know what I mean? Which one is it? Are they going to be the good fruit of God? Like, if you guys had to pick, and you seen Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and let's throw in a little Bill Gates. You saw those three megastars, and you you were unsure which way to go, but you seen those three, and those three were the only three that you recognized. Are you getting in a lineup with them? Hey, think long and hard because they're prospering in your guys' brains, I think. So you will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Even so, good, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad fruit tree bears bad fruit. Okay. And what bad fruit does is sometimes a fruit can look good. Guys ever get that kind of fruit where it looks good, but it's actually rotten on the inside? It's just gross. Okay. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor a bad tree good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Therefore, by their fruits, they will be known. So, are you going to be a good tree or a bad tree? What kind of fruits are we bearing out there? You know what I mean? Like I told today, yesterday or something. You guys, his friend, Uncle Will, he doesn't know when to quit. What did he say today? Well, I think he wants to be friends again or something. I don't know what's going on there, but he says I'm getting what I asked for. I shouldn't have fucked with him. Can you imagine being such a panty waste as fucking Uncle Will? Can you imagine going out trying to seek and destroy somebody's life and get their fucking grandchildren taken away from them? What kind of fucking, what kind of fucking sick, twisted human would do that? Eh? Do your actions. Will they come back and haunt you? Because as I sit here, I swear I don't lie, not on purpose. And Willard, you have caused a lot of bullshit in my life. For what? What did I do to you, guy? I asked you for help. You didn't want to. That's good. Then you came white knighting for a liar who was spreading a whole bunch of stupid shit about me. I already have a hard time thinking what it is that I think and trying to not look crazy. And then I got all these and all I was trying to do was just say, hey, I don't care what you think about me. Just don't spread your fucking lies. This is stupid. Why are you doing this? And then Will White's nights for him. And half the times I tagged Will, I didn't even mention him. It was just a hey, like, watch who you stand up for. Make sure you're in the right. Never said anything to him that wasn't true. The worst thing I've ever said to that man is, hey, Wiltard, you're pretty fucking heavy on the pedal protecting. Is there a reason why? It's because you're fucking stupid and don't want to admit that it's there? Like, are you scared, pumpkin? Or are you down with the pedos? Which one is it? It's just a question. But again, I always ask uncomfortable questions. It's got me in the hospital fucking 5 times. You know what I mean? How dare you talk to me like that? Well, answer the question, make me fucking look like an idiot. But no, we're gonna have to make a gotcha man, another gotcha man in the president's video. We'll go with fucking Bill, or we'll go with Clinton and Bush. Here, let's do this. Because everybody thinks it's a cupcake thing to come to Jesus. People don't actually take the time to put themselves into the situations that they're learning about and actually figure out. Follow me. Me? What are you doing? You want me to join you? Keep moving, street preacher. You have any idea what this guy's done? Yes. Listen, I said, where do you think you're going, guys? Let me go. If you lost your mind, you have money. Who just protects you? No Jew is as good as you. You're gonna throw it all away. Yes. Now, you didn't get it when I chose your life. This is different. I'm not a text connector. Get used to different. Get used to different. That should show you that in order to come to Jesus, sometimes you're going to have to be willing to give everything up, all your protection, all your money, everything you got. When you got her good, and Jesus comes knocking and he says, hey, you got to be able to give it all to him, all of it. Because all you're doing is looking for the truth. And anything that doesn't fall in the line with the truth shouldn't be in your life. That's Jesus sending a message saying, no matter how much of a shittard you think you are, I still love you. Come to me. But instead, they got this believe that Jesus rose on the third day, and you're good. That's all you got to do is just believe that that guy was here and read your Bibles. Know your Bibles. Where did Jesus ever say, read your Bibles more, guys? Because that's what they're doing. They were following their fucking books. You know what I mean? And Jesus tried sending a message to say, hey guys, you're following men. Follow my way. The Son of God. And what's in me is in you. And you can move mountains. Remember when they were like beating on him? How dare you claim you're a son of God? You are not. Say you're not. It's all you have to do, and we'll let you go. You don't have to suffer. And he says, no cupcakes. Why not said, you're all gods? Huh? What part don't you get? You're getting your knickers in a knot because you think I'm saying I'm better than you. And you just don't get what I'm saying because it fucking hurts your little fifis because it doesn't fall in line with the way you fucking want things, cupcakes. I'm not your warhawk. I'm the Mashiach and I know how to use my fucking brains. And I'd rather let people take me out than join the devil and fucking use the devil to try and destroy the devil. It just doesn't make sense. So, anyways, those are what I believe. Well, what do we got going on here? We got Donald J. Trump with the astronauts of NASA. I don't. I'm, fuck. You think that there'd be some tougher individuals that they were sending out into space? You know what I mean? Speaking of space, I made a mistake yesterday. I made a mistake. I'll go through that later on. But anyways, I am concerned about NASA and its origins, guys. Okay, I am the Ron L. Hubbard friendship. The with the crowds, like fuck it. Anyways, and knowing that the Zohar is being taught to the Nassanians. Okay, I'm just not comfortable with it. And I'm not making this up. You guys can go watch the videos yourself. They record this stuff going on. Billy Phillips, go on your YouTube and Billy Phillips teaches Nassau. There's your warm cockling Jesus. Anyways, but yeah, I gotta make clarifications on the India moon landing. It's like God was sending me a message saying, "Don't get too big for your britches, buddy." Take a look at this.
Did his speech in any way change your thinking on either of those issues? Well, you have to understand my thinking is, I mean, exactly correct, but I was very disappointed with the fact that when we called on them to give us a little hand, we didn't need it. I actually did it just as
He's talking about the king came for a visit. King Dorkface over there from the England. Now, what the English people should have been sending their king back with the fucking message for the Don Don here. They should have been saying, "Hey, Cupcake, take your fucking lawsuit of the BBC and shove it up your ass, buddy. You don't deserve our money. If somebody fucking hurt you because they edited shit, please feel free to have them either charged or have them lose their jobs. But you don't deserve fucking money from us, okay? We didn't lie about you. We were just fed the lies. So if we said the lies, it's still their fault." You know what I mean? Oh, fuck. And he goes on a spiel about King. My mother, she loved and adored your mother. She loved the queen, all things queen. When the queen came on TV, the queen came first. And I'm thinking to myself, I know I'm a man of God and you're not supposed to disrespect that, but you got to get your points across. She was a fucking pedo protector, Don, just like you. No wonder you fucking loved her, you fucking dipshit. She enabled that fucking Andrew to get away and paid money so he could get away with not fucking paying for what he'd fucking done. You know what I mean? That's not a good woman. The queen was not a good fucking woman for the people. Not at all. You know what I mean? And she's gonna be disappointed in Charles too. All those pedophile friends, fuck, what a sickness, eh? His well, You guys go check for yourselves. The godfather of his children. You guys check him out. No, I forget his name and stuff, but you guys can go check her out.
Not that either. When we called on NATO to give us a hand with Ukraine and in particular, the most recent, we asked them to do certain things on you.
I want to be king. Especially nowadays when the poor English people, they're probably having troubles too. Why he pay for a king and then some dipshit that you elect and he fucking ring a ding a ling a ding ding dongs you. Like that guy they had before, he was a fucking loser, man. Or his fucking Boris something. Boris, I want to say Yeltsin, but that was not it. He was the Russian president. I can't remember. He's the one at COVID just preaching at people. "Ah, this is what's best for you. And if you don't do it, you're gonna get punished. And there he is out partying. No masks, eating the finest of food and dining and throwing parties and so fuck. Hey? And then you gotta know that that fucker's brains were fucking sitting there going to Zelensky, trying to tell Zelensky what to fucking do with Ukraine. Speaking of which, he's talking to Putin and he wants to fix the Ukraine war. He loves his Putin, eh? Can you imagine? He's willing to say that fucking Zelensky's a dictator. Like I could show you guys the video. He says Zelensky's a dictator. And I believe him. I believe there's a show going on. Sean Penn is a fucking fed and he's a dangerous fucking man. Remember, these are only my thoughts. Okay. I think he's a spy. Anyways, yeah. Zelensky dictator. But Putin, like, who is Putin to say, right? I mean, fuck, who is Trump to say to Putin? Hey, bud, like Putin's getting a chunk of Ukraine for sure, at least a chunk for sure. Because, like, who is Don Don to sit there and say, hey, no, bud, you can't take what you want over there. We've taken Venezuela. We got fucking Cuba right on the fucking ropes. This trying to mentally fuck Greenland into handing her over to us. It ain't working too well. So we might have to fucking go physically take it, which he has said. You know what I mean? Oh shit. This is the real world that I live in. But hey, don't worry, guys. Putin's got a bit of a heart for fucking Cuba, though. Just go check out the submarines that hang out in Cuba all the time. You're Russians. Oh man. It was probably I wonder how their training went. Because they had the fucking Chinese come around Cuba too. And they all did some training exercises and stuff together. Right off the fucking Gulf of fucking where? Oh man. Oh shit. But don't worry. Don't forget. Don't worry. Vladimir Putin. And guys, it came out of a fucking good source. He used to. What was I gonna say? It came from a good source that Vladimir used to party with the penetrator, used to be in cahoots together. Now, oh man. Could you imagine? Which commission was it? Was it George Soros? I was watching a video on where it was very important to get China on board for the New World Order. You know, where we all come together because only our masters can save us. They are the masters of our universe. And well, if we don't decide to become Hera or She-Ra ourselves, Hera, He-Man or She-Ra, and we aren't masters of our own universe, do we get to leave this one and go back to God? You know what I mean? Do we have to be? And what is Israel? Do we have to wrestle with God and question ourselves and question others? And if we're wrong, humble ourselves. And anyways, the time is we got a little bit left. That's enough of Don, eh? Talked about the king. The ballroom. I see that now. The taxpayers are going to get her. What's his name was going to sign off, and you guys can get that built because it's a fucking. We found out what a necessity it is now. We really found that, like, even the night of. Donald Trump was like, if we would have had that ballroom, it would have went so much smoother. Oh, this is the world we live in. This is the guy that's leading America's brains away. Is he leading them away to God or is he taking them to Satan? You know what I mean? You can't be ruled by Satan and he get to go to God because you just sat back and went, okay, Satan, I have to do what you fucking want me to. Oh man. Exactly. That guy's so funny to me. Can you imagine Pete Hegseth going to God? Especially if he did, especially if he does hate the Muslims. If he was saying that shit when he was all drunk and it was real and he's over there fucking conducting a war in Iran, holy beetles. I wouldn't want to be that jackass going to God, you know what I mean? Then again, if you were a certain country, that's the kind of guy you would want in the Department of War, you know what I mean? One that's against your enemies. For what reason, Pete? For what reason? Why for your hate? What have what have the Muslims done to you, Pete? Why? I don't know if you, those are rumors, but apparently they're not. They're sworn statements, guys, by actual people, I guess. And one of the people who put in a sworn statement about Peter Hegseth was his own fucking mother saying, this, my son, you're a psychopath. The way you treat women is not fucking good, you jackass. I cannot sit by. Listen, I have to be with Christ. I have to be with the truth. I cannot stand and enable your fucking stupidity, Peter. Your mommy's not proud of you, bud. I can't stand with you. You can't hurt others, Petey. You can't. You know what I mean? Fuck. And this guy's got people like, oh, like this guy actually bought a fucking Pulp Fiction verse in for a Bible verse, and fucking, I don't know. This is a joke. This administration's a Paula White. If you guys can't figure out there's something wrong with her fucking brain, and she's not working for God. She works for fucking Satan, guys. Anybody she thinks he's Jesus because fucking she's probably convinced that he is. The Kim Clement fucking prophecy and a bunch of fucking morons like Roseanne Barr who call him daddy. Oh man. Inside Scientology speed runs the viral trend of prompting the whatever. You guys want to listen to her? I'd like to talk to Scientologists into you're done. Try to figure out the truth of themselves and how they got manipulated and Twizzlers, keep the remember I go through Christ, but I really think it's the truth. I think the things that Jesus said we need to do, we need to go inward and we need to be reborn. We need to figure out who we are, why we are the way we are. How can we correct and not be that anymore? Also knowing that you gotta be yourself and that it's not this fucking they try to beat like some of them try to beat this Christianity into you where you have to fucking pretend like you're a fucking perfect fucking person. And it's just fucking gross. You gotta ask yourself, what is a sin? What is truly a sin? And if you understand the two commandments that Jesus gave you, you could get it. You could get it.
A growing TikTok trend that has the Church of Scientology alleging hate crimes. Videos posted on social media of teens running through the church's information building here on Hollywood Boulevard have racked up millions of views.
I saw this man who was dressed in this neon green inflatable costume, and him and a couple of his friends went inside the building from the front door when it was open. And I was in that Taco Bell right there, and I saw them go inside. They passed the security guard. They passed multiple of the workers. As far as I knew, that was all I saw until a couple of seconds later when they were all kicked out.
The LAPD has responded.
Oh, it's just a bunch of people breaking in, running amok in the building. I don't suggest people do that. Why would you destroy anything? If you got tricked and fooled, I'd feel sorry for the ones that tricked and fooled you. Because in order for them to go to God, they got to realize they got tricked and fooled. You know what I mean? It's like, unless you guys believe that Exxon is coming on from the sky or whatever, and that you should have to pay for a curriculum into spiritual Scientology or whatever it is. I don't think that that's the way God would intend it. I think He would have it so you could naturally do it, but we've forgotten what the truth is. We've lost our way in common sense. We're too afraid to stand up and do the right things when it's supposed to be done because we could get hurt. That's the thing. If people only believed in God, they know that people are only hurting themselves when they try and hurt them. That's why it's easy for me to forgive. But I don't think forgiveness like they want you to think that forgiveness is like this. You take somebody and that has treated you horribly, and you take them back into their lives and give them a big hug. And no, it's about forgiveness and learning your lessons. And just like Jesus said, separation has to take place. You're gonna have to be able to lose things to be with me. And the greatest thing is if that person who hurts you realizes how special you were, they will try and find themselves in Christ, and they will try to want, you know what I mean? But if people don't understand the pain that they put somebody through, they'll never they'll never see it through somebody else's eyes until they have to pay for it themselves.
Dude, you never want.
Here, let's do this. We'll cut her down. Like, I like Nancy Mason when she's trying to
Courtside tickets to the game, floor seats. I need to look.
trying to stand up for the Epstein victims, but she's like, she's yucky. She's yucky, and I'll tell you why she's yucky. When she first came in, she was all about the boys sharing the bathrooms with the girls. As long as they thought they were girls, it was a-okay. Right up until the point, and this is on video, Matt Walsh has a video on it. So she was all for sharing of bathrooms until the first transgender could affect her bathroom use. And because she had been a victim in the past, all of a sudden it was like, no, you don't fuck with Nancy Mason. You're not bringing that gun into our washrooms. You know what I mean, Mister? You're not a sister now. Not if you're gonna affect my fucking life. But hey, but yeah, I do like it when she sticks up for the Epstein that she actually voted the right way on that. But you gotta watch. She's a bit of a shit disturber too. You know what I mean? She didn't know how to act in the public. You know what I mean? Instead of just letting people look like the fools, I thought she looked like the fool. You guys got to see her public little interactions with the people that she's supposed to be protecting.
I request unanimous consent to enter a number of documents into the record. The first of which is a statement from Corey Mills, first sergeant, stating his forms and accounts of his military service are falsified. The second document is a picture of Corey Mills wearing a Bronze Star from 2019 before he ever got a Bronze Star. The third document is a document that conveys a Bronze Star medal and his life-saving care to the wounded. And according to the soldiers who were there, they said it never happened, according to the men who were there. The next document is a transcript of a conversation I had with Brigadier General Arnold Gordon Gray, who confirmed that he did not review, did not read, did not physically sign the form.
Who would have enough gall? Like they call that stolen valor, eh? I don't know where there's valor in killing, but you guys valor, like saving somebody, there should be valor. But how are you getting yourself into that spot?
PD, I guess 638, form 630.
It's horrible to lie about who you are and try and make yourself look better than you actually are, just to, you know, make people live in a fucking delusion.
That Mills submitted for a Bronze Star, and to be candid, he said, quote, I didn't look at it. I asked to review the email that he sent to Mills' staff about authorizing his signature for a form he did not review, and he said that he blown up. This is a copy of Corey Mills' marriage certificate with a 9/11 imam at a 9/11 mosque, entered for the record and redacted, with family members' names redacted and protected. This is a picture of Corey Mills with a purported Russian hooker in Afghanistan, which he, of course, denies. And then last but not least, I would like to request unanimous consent to enter into the record a restraining order against Corey Mills for dating violence. Thank you. I just buried my father on Thursday, Mr. Chairman. My father died.
This Corey Mills guy doesn't sound like very. You wouldn't want to trust him, but yeah, I mean, then again, they all do it. You know what I mean? They all. Doesn't JD Vance have some sort of? Well, He was, but he was like mediators. I don't know. I can't remember.
With shrapnel in his body. He had 3 tours of combat, 2 in Vietnam, 1 in 1965 during the coup d'etat of the Dominican Republic. And I take stolen valor seriously.
A coup d'etat. A coup d'etat. He was part of a coup d'etat.
We have men and women in uniform that have given their lives, and an individual that seals the stories of.
I'm glad that you say that. How many men and women have given their lives to the US government? What if it's going to break a lot of people's hearts? I don't know how shit works. I don't know. But what if you're willing to kill like the commandments say? There's no being with God. I mean, it's pretty clear and simple. I mean, I don't know how you guys can't get past that. You're not supposed to be willing to kill people, or you're just not going to be with God. It's just, it's not part of the package. Like, you can't get the package if you don't follow the fucking rules. And those seem like pretty simple rules. You know what I mean? And what if we could convince those who have been willing to kill in the past because they thought they were doing the right things to come around and realize that it was the wrong thing, and that we can change ourselves around. Jesus lives inside of us. We need to all figure out that we've been mind controlled and manipulated to send us all straight to hell. Because that's who the devil is. Makes you think you're doing the right things when you know you're not. But for some reason, you guys used to have Bible to justify your stuff. And it's not the Bible that's going to get you to God. It's Jesus. Or Christ or whatever. The truth. The truth. Because I believe the natives were doing it right. Like I said, the Lakota people who are part of this Dene thing. Like if you listen to this, if I could find those videos again, you could listen to this guy and he's describing what it was like to be a Dene and how they needed to live. And it was just like, it's like living like Christ. You know what I mean? It's just, and I think that's why it was so important for a whole fucking devil to get over here. And probably didn't take him too long to figure shit out and go, well, I have to do something about this. This is, we can't have this catching on. Fuck. Oh, man. Oh, should I keep going? They're going to be home anytime. But yeah, like I hate to say this, but what if it is true? What if you cannot have the thoughts of killing somebody in your fucking head and go to God? Like you just like why I don't think the world sees. It's like Jesus came to show the way. And they were upset when Jesus was like, no, I'm not here to fucking seek and destroy. I'm not here to wipe all your enemies out. I'm not, I'm here to show you guys how to come together. It's gotta come through me. You know what I mean? So many men had been visited by God and they took that mission on. I mean, Moses and Jeremiah. But Jesus was the special one, right? He was the one of a virgin birth. None of the other ones were of a virgin birth that I know of. You know what I mean? But still, he was a human boy, a human man, and nobody fucking recognized it. And everybody thinks he was a nice guy. They think he was out there like a politician, out there hugging and kissing the babies and telling everybody what they wanted to hear. And yeah. Meanwhile, he's out there just being a dick. Hey guys, stop fucking with these people. You're gonna send them to hell, you fucking dipshits. What do you think you're gonna get out of this? You think that fucking having control over these fucking people is gonna get you somewhere? You think this fucking ends well for you, cupcakes? You know what I mean? And hey, stop mocking my father, or fuck, I'm gonna kick some shit over. Like, how many times did Jesus show frustration? Oh man, how come they just can't get it? And then Mary's like, they're only human, Jesus. He's like, do you know what it's like? I'm one of them. I'm just gonna show everybody. That's it. No matter how much I tell them, hey, I made that happen because you believed it. Yeah. Hmm. I just wonder why when he goes home and he's like, you guys know me, man. You're not gonna believe what I can do. So I'm not gonna bother. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I don't have the right answers. I just question shit. And if somebody has something better about that to say than me, then let me know. But that's what I get out of her. I try and break things down simply. I don't try and fucking stay in a circle of stupidity. Like, good morning, you guys. Eckhart Tolle. But don't be ashamed if you were into Eckhart Tolle. Like, we all gotta learn. I used to listen, like, this is the thing. They get you with some common sense things that they they hit you. They hit you with it that makes sense, and then all of a sudden they're also drawing you into all this fucking stupid shit. Because to me, what I get out of Eckhart Tolle now is don't think, just be. What's the sense of being if you can't think? Like we were given these avatars for a reason, right? Why not connect with God and try and do the best that we can with them? You know what I mean? Trust me, it's could be just as much fun for people with God than it is for them to sit with Satan, I think. But for some reason, they've got God as this fucking evil. They're all going to be on their knees. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go, guys. But hey, let me know in the comment section where you think things I need to work on. I don't need to work on nothing. I don't need to work on nothing. Well, I do need to work on something. I need to always work on myself, but have a good one.